Hi, my name's Harvey. I'm one of the solution consultants here at Brightpearl. So I essentially work throughout the sales process to deliver demonstrations and build solutions for prospects and existing customers as well, to really make sure that we're building the most efficient tech stack and the best tech stack for that business.
So hi, my name is Amandeep. I'm a customer success manager here at Descartes Peoplevox.
Brightpearl is a retail operating system, and essentially what that means is we're going to become that central source of truth for the business. So all sales data, customer data, product information, all of that lives within Brightpearl, and we will then connect externally to all of the tech stack. So that may be e-commerce platforms, marketplaces, warehouse management systems, but it will all feed through Brightpearl.
Peoplevox is the go-to warehouse management system for e-commerce brands specifically. So built from the ground up with e-com in mind. And by that we mean making sure whatever your customer orders, they get what they order when they want it. And that's what we do in a nutshell.
The biggest thing about Brightpearl is that we're a configurable platform. So what that essentially allows us to do is deploy really quickly into businesses, but also allow them to remain agile. So as they want to introduce new products into their tech stack, they don't have to change their whole back office system. They can essentially just plug that platform into Brightpearl and still utilize Brightpearl as that main source of truth, but then have a best of breed approach.
So we have a very successful partnership with Brightpearl. So Brightpearl is a very good ERP style system for retailers. And for a lot of retailers, whether they're bricks and mortar or web, are increasingly moving to B2C and web sales. And where we partner really well with Brightpearl will be around the warehousing part, linking all their sales channels orders from around the world in different channels into one physical warehouse, making sure those orders get picked, packed and shipped and sent out on time.
Brightpearl and Peoplevox work really well together for a number of reasons. We've got a load of mutual customers across a load of different industries. So there needs to be an element of complexity across the business, along with the size and the scale, to have the need for both platforms. But really combining them to best of breed platforms builds a great tech stack. The standard workflow would be a sales order would get created within Brightpearl from a sales channel, marketplace, wherever that order initiated from. And then Brightpearl's automation engine, which is essentially the heart of Brightpearl, will then be used to essentially manage that order. So we will then make a load of automated decisions based off the back of rules that particular business or customer has built within the system to identify, right, how do we want to be fulfilling that order? Is the stock available within our warehouse? Is it a dropship order? Does it need to be raising a purchase order off the back of it? So we will then route that order through to the relevant warehouse. So in this case, Peoplevox will send the order through to Peoplevox for them to then go through that whole pick, pack, ship, dispatch process within Peoplevox. But all of the updates, so in terms of sending that order through to Peoplevox and then the shipment updates coming back to Brightpearl, it's all seamless. So it's as if you're using one system once they're integrated, but it just enables you to have the best of breed platforms within each module of the business.
So every order starts generated on the marketplace, imported or website, wherever that might be, into Brightpearl. That then feeds into Peoplevox in the warehouse. From that point, you can pick orders based on marketplace or website or delivery type, fulfill that order and generate the tracking number in the package. At that point, whichever items were dispatched and the tracking number will feed back up through the connector into Brightpearl and onto your various sales channels. Maybe that order was to come back later as a return. So that return can be generated from a returns portal or through Brightpearl. Then a pre-alert sent to the warehouse saying, here's what to expect from which customer, which items, in which condition. You then go through your QC check, which is your quality control. At that point, you can confirm the details, amend the details, or reject the details. Send that information back to Brightpearl, which can issue your sales orders. Other information we'll send through will be things like stock levels from your warehouse back into Brightpearl. We can send through the receipt of purchase orders. to purchase orders created on Brightpearl. And when that delivery arrives from a supplier, we'll be able to itemize all the details of all the SKUs that are being scanned in and whether they're sellable or not. So we have many shared customers with Brightpearl. Some that spring to mind are companies like Beyond Retail, who are one of the largest bathroom distributors in the UK, and Plaza Collections, a large B2C and B2B fashion retailer. So if we were to look at Beyond Retail, for example, some of the challenges that we help solve there are multi-channel websites, so sending all those orders straight into one physical warehouse to be shipped from. We'll have quite a complicated range of orders. By that I mean, if you order a bathtub, you're probably going to order a corresponding tap and plug. So how do we pick and pack those items and send them out with their respective couriers? And throughout the stages, how do we keep the customer updated with what items to expect at what time with which courier? So that's a very unique workflow that we work with, but works quite easily. Another one would be Plaza Collections. So fashion wholesaler and retailer, based in the north of England. They'll have multiple channels, so 3 different websites. They'll also sell on Amazon in UK and Europe, and increasingly in the US. What we'll do there is we'll manage the stock levels in the warehouse for all of those different channels, making sure stock's available to sell in whichever channel has the most traffic at that moment in time. And then we can send all the tracking information back up through to Brightpearl. And what works really well for Plaza is the financial reporting as well, available in Brightpearl, because that along with Peoplevox are the 2 central points of data for all sales for the business. So Brightpearl can pull together all the financial parts, and in Peoplevox we can pull together all the operational parts.
Yeah, so Natural Baby Shower have been on a pretty long journey with Brightpearl and obviously Peoplevox now. So for everyone that doesn't know who Natural Baby Shower are, they're a sustainable baby product retailer, which was established about 18 years ago. They're one of Brightpearl's longest standing customers. So they've been with Brightpearl since 2013, and we've really enabled them to scale and grow. So I think this year they're expecting to do around 30 million revenue. So they're obviously at a really big scale now. And I worked with Natural Baby Shower once when I was in the customer success team at Brightpearl. And really sort of, when we were working with them, a massive focus for Clifton was the warehouse and making sure that they were operating efficiently throughout all of their warehouse processes. So around about 2020, 2021, we realized that actually the current platform they were using for warehousing wasn't enabling them to scale. So they were hitting certain bottlenecks within that platform. So what we were able to do is introduce them to Peoplevox to essentially allow them to use a specialist warehouse management system to reduce them bottlenecks and keep allowing them to scale at the rate that they were previously.